You must assume that you already are what you want to be, and then live by faith in this assumption. You don't need evidence of your senses. You have a tendency to believe that what your eyes and ears tell you is reality. But this is what we know by our senses. You know, it's like a millionth of a millimeter, and all that is unknown is in the invisible, in the imagination. You'll see it when you believe it, not the other way around. People will say, well, I'll believe it when I see it. It doesn't work that way. You'll see it when inside you have a knowing. And most of our attention is focused on, this is my beliefs and my disbeliefs about what is possible and what isn't possible are here, and it's an endless universe.
The one thing I want you to work on consciously is every day say to yourself, having money is good. And keep working on that, because that will start slowly eliminating the counter-intention that's in your field. And once you can make the statement, money is good, money is bad, and instantly know money is good resonates as true, your financial situation is going to start changing, because the vibrational frequency around your field is going to change. Therefore, you're going to become more of you're going to create an attractor field of money that's going to come into your life.
You need to understand that money is just energy, and that's how you're going to attract more abundance into your life. Let me explain. The moment I took money off of a pedestal, did it stop becoming the master of my life, and I became the master of my money, because money is an excellent tool, it's an excellent servant, but it's a horrible master. You need to understand that money is actually not real. Money is simply energy. Money simply is a vibration that you need to tap into. Money exists all around us all the time. It's up to you to tune into the frequency of where abundance actually is, because abundance isn't really a number. Abundance is actually a state of being. When you become in a state of being of abundance, you tune into the frequency of money. Money will only gravitate towards those who don't feel a lot of restriction, fear, and lack and scarcity around it.
Money is like a water hose. It just flows to whoever wants it. It just flows to whoever has the energy that's available to it. And when you put your energy on pain and anger and frustration and limitation and choosing a side and all of this war, this is what the world wants from you. The world wants you to take your God-given beautiful energy to create. And the world wants you to create what? Separation and chaos. Because it knows that if it keeps you in that state, it can control you.
If you understand the game of money, it's not really that hard. And there is a language to money. And you know it if you're in the community, because they talk differently. And you can look at money like an employee, and you deploy it to go work on your behalf. And money, unlike humans, wants to be put to work, which is why when you have money just sitting there, what happens? It wants to go somewhere. It wants to be put to work.
So I'm going to tell you a little something about parallel realities, and this will help you hopefully to understand how manifestation works. Okay? Every version of you already exists. Every single version of you. Let's pretend this. There's a version of you that was a FedEx driver. There's a version of you that's a billionaire. There's a version of you that is a teacher. There's a version of you that's homeless. All versions of you, all timelines, all parallel realities already exist. Which one you're on is directly linked to your thinking and your perspective. So if I view myself as unworthy, maybe I'll move to that timeline that if I keep going, I will end up as a homeless person. Maybe my mindset is I'm abundant, I'm worthy of everything, I know I can create it. Maybe you're on the timeline of being a billionaire. You jump timeline to timeline. You can't even grasp how many times you do it in a day. Every time that you have a thought, you jump to another timeline. The key to creating your life consciously is you figure out where you want to go, and then you write down all of the energies, the emotions, the thought forms, the perspective that timeline has, and then you have to hold the thoughts and the emotions of that timeline, and then you will stay on that timeline. But here's the next thing. Imagine that timeline and all of them already exist, but the only one that you're on is the one that's lit up. And the one that's lit up is the one that's getting the most thought energy. So a thought comes in, and then we think about the thought. Most of us are thinking about what we don't want. So that's the timeline that we're lighting up. That's the one that we're on. But the complete opposite energy of you having everything exists as well, but you have to send enough thinking energy through thinking, through emotions, to that, and then you will start to manifest that reality. So really, at the end of the day, It's about asking yourself, where am I sending my thinking? Where am I steering it? Am I thinking in line with that timeline, or am I thinking more in line with that timeline? And then the timeline that gets the most thought energy, that will be the one that manifests in your reality.
What you think produces energy in the universe that, if you think it often enough and long enough, will actually produce a physical result in your life. Our second level of creation is our words. As you speak, so will it be done. And so your word is really a form of energy. You're actually producing energy in the room with what you say. And that energy is creative. You say something often enough, loudly enough, and I promise you it will come to pass. If two or more start saying the same thing, I assure you it will come to pass. And when a whole group of people start saying the same thing, it cannot help but come to pass. This is called group consciousness, and it's, by the way, why the world is the way it is. Because our collective consciousness has not allowed itself to be raised to the level of the individual consciousnesses of many of us.
Manifestation truly is the alignment of what you think, what you say, and what you do. When those three things are aligned, that's what creates impact in the world and in your life. For so many people, they may tell an amazing story about how they manifested something. It's not that they didn't vision it. It's not that they didn't have clarity. They also aligned their action, their time, their energy, their resources in that direction.
If you're talking about manifesting your dreams, it only requires two things. It requires a clear intention. An intention is a vision, a possibility. The moment you say, what would it be like to be healthy? What would it be like to be wealthy? What would it be like to have a new home? What would it be like to have a great job? And you get this idea in your mind. That's intention. Then you write down the details. Okay, I want to travel around the world. I want to have great benefits, great insurance. I want to work with really cool people. I want to have a chance to be creative. And you list all of those individual elements to fortify your dream. The more you get clear on those details, the more your brain begins to work in new ways. Anytime you make your brain work differently, you're changing your mind. The moment you get inspired and you begin to feel what it would be like to live in that future, your body is getting a chemical sampling, an emotional sampling. It's getting a taste of the future. And whatever you broadcast into the field is your experiment with destiny. Most people then walk around in their life angry and upset and frustrated and suffering and victimized. Basically, they're broadcasting that signature into the field, and they wonder why their prayers aren't answered. In order to do this properly, you have to get up as if your prayers are already answered.
You want to start making money? Start to realize that money is just energy. It's just a frequency. And guess what you are? You are just energy. You're a frequency. And when you start to understand that money is energy and you are energy, therefore money is you. It literally is you, and you are money. And there is nothing stopping you from money, because money is just the byproduct of the offering and the value that you bring to humanity. The more value that you bring to humanity, the more that you help people with whatever it is that you want to help people with. Maybe it's a smile on their face by bringing them a plate of food. Maybe it's by creating microphones so that people can do podcasts. Maybe it's by making wood chairs. Maybe it's by making clothes or makeup. Whatever you want to do, you have a gift. And your focus and purpose is to find that gift and to monetize that gift. And you can monetize that gift as big or as little as you want. No one's stopping you, because it's all you.
Most people, when they get their paycheck, I was this person for years. I get my paycheck, be like, it's still not enough. It's not enough. And I'm literally, from the moment I see my paycheck, bringing in negative energy towards money. And I'm like, it's still not enough. It's not as much as I want. I don't know if I can pay my bills with this. This is crap. And then what do? I share it with anybody? I don't give anybody any money, and I hoard it. Do I take care of it? No, I complain about I don't have enough. I don't enjoy it. I don't share it. I waste it. I buy stupid stuff. And then you see on the other side someone who gets their paycheck, and this is a big thing that I changed in myself like 7 years ago. Anytime that I would get a payment, because what's cool about building business online is you can get payments at random times. I would get a payment, and I switched it to every time I started seeing a payment come in, I would close my eyes and I would see the person's name and I would say, John, thank you so much. God, thank you so much for bringing this into my life. I hope that I can make some sort of transformation. And I just wanted to bring that energy to it. And what's crazy is it just like you said, it's like the river just widened.
The theta band, we call it the wealth or prosperity wave, because theta is the energy of the physical universe. When you broadcast a desire on a theta wave, it hits every molecule in the universe, and it is the most powerful wave which will attract wealth into your life. So theta is the key to wealth. Above theta is alpha. Alpha is when your left and right brain hemisphere is beautifully connected. It is a nice state of relaxation, and it is the ideal state to be in when you're learning new information. Because this way, when you're learning data, it's going into both left and right brain hemisphere. Your we'll call it the subconscious and analytical mind, or conscious mind and subconscious mind, are all working together, and it's a beautiful state. When you're broadcasting on alpha, it's almost as good as theta into the physical universe, but not quite as powerful. But alpha is a beautiful state to be in.
The power of the mind.
If you can see it here, and you have the courage enough to speak it, it will happen.
Everything comes from the imagination.
And they talk about manifesting. It's real, man. Manifesting is real.
I can manifest like a motherfucker. I've manifested things that I'm just like, I still shock myself, like, how the f did I make that happen?
If you can't imagine yourself doing something, you're not going to make it.
When you figure out who you are and what you want to do, and you devote your life to it, it's like you're all in on this thing, and you manifest, most of these people end up doing what they say they're going to do and being who they say they're going to become.
The law of attraction, I wasn't interested. I was almost laughing at it. But then I eventually watched a movie on it and read some books on it, and then it started to resonate with me, like to keep positive and have belief in where you're going, and you're able to create your entire world.
If you can't write down with a pen and paper, this is what I want, then you cannot have it. Your words will shape your world. I'll give you an example. The word abracadabra, it's not just a magic phrase. It comes from Aramaic, and it means, as I speak, I create. It's not a metaphor, it's a law. When you write down your desires, your brain treats them as instructions that it needs to follow. Your subconscious then starts filtering your reality to match your vision, and your mind starts to bend reality to fit your desires. You start attracting people and places and opportunities to help you bring your vision to life. Most people will call it coincidence, but behind every coincidence is a mind that brought that into reality. So write down with extreme detail what it is that you want, visualize yourself getting it, and then work towards it, and eventually